What's up, everybody? No Kiss back here for my review of the brand new and the very first Hallmark film of 2022. This is Where Your Heart Belongs. Where Your Heart Belongs is the brand new Jen Lilly and Christopher Russell romance movie, directed by Krysty Will, who is a person that I really like seeing when I review their Hallmark movies. And I'll get into that in just a minute. Where Your Heart Belongs is all about Mackenzie Sullivan. She's a New York-based marketing executive struggling to keep her clients when she returns home to a rural maple farm to help her best friend plan her wedding in just 2 weeks. Mackenzie learns the hard way that the love and support of family and true friends means more than she'd imagined. This is a film that looked really good from the trailers. And I know that people in the Hallmark community are a bit sad that Christmas is done, but when you review them, you're kind of glad. You're kind of glad to be a little bit done with the Hallmark Christmas season, because there's just so many new ones, and you have so many videos to get through, that I didn't get through all my Christmas reviews yet. I didn't, and I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm just going to do a complete ranking of them at some point during this month, and that's probably it. Where Your Heart Belongs is Jen Lilly and Christopher Russell. Christopher Russell has collaborated with Krysty Will before. He has done 2 films with the fabulous Cindy Busby. And this is one where you could easily sit there and be like, why? Just why? Love in the Forecast was one of the best films of 2020 for the Hallmark genre. For me, it was one of my favorites. It had the most chemistry between the two stars in the Spring Fling catalog. But with that being said, this film works on just about every other level except for the chemistry. The chemistry does not work for me all that well, and I am so sad to say that, because I thought this was going to be a great film. And it does work for some points. It does work at some areas. But what really disappointed me here is that Jen Lilly and Christopher Russell's chemistry on-screen worked at some points, but then the written chemistry did, but the on-screen didn't. The script and the on-screen chemistry was a bit of a miscollaboration here. I think they could have done screen tests instead of saying, hey, you are in this film. Yes, they trust their actors. They trust the actors. They completely do, and that's awesome that they do. But for me, with a movie like this, I wanted something a little more less spring-like. This one felt like a spring fling movie, and not a New Year, New Movies. New Year, New Movies to me should be known as Winterfest. It should be known as Winterfest. And this is a film that does capitalize on that. It's a new start. You are so drained from the Christmas season that, yes, you get a brand new Hallmark movie that is not Christmas. And that is awesome. A point for that. Another point is that the 2 actors are really, really good in the film for what they have to do. Now, these aren't Oscar-nominated performances. They know that. But looking at what we have coming up, there's not a whole lot of winter. There's not a whole lot of winter. And I think the new direction that Hallmark is going is starting to scare me a little bit. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop watching the movies unless they get truly awful. This is a film that could have worked, and it just didn't for me. Krysty Will does have another film coming out this month called Don't Forget I Love You. This is a film that I don't know anything about right now. But next week we do have The Wedding Veil, which is the Lacey Chabert and Kevin McGarry romance film directed by Terry Ingram. We also got The Perfect Pairing on the 15th. We also have Butlers in Love, which I'm also looking forward to because it's directed by David Weaver. This is a big month for Hallmark. We have 6 films this month. We no longer have a time where there's 12 or 13. Sometimes even 15 or 16 films a month. This is a great time to be a Hallmark fan. Yes, you love your Christmas films. Yes, I love them too. But reviewing them is a different story. On the night of the Golden Globes, we also have North to Home. I will be reviewing that on the 10th and watching that on the 10th of January, but that's the Golden Globes. It was supposed to be the Critics' Choice Awards, but the Critics' Choice Awards have been postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic scares. They're being a little more cautious. I don't know where the Golden Globes have stopped anything. They haven't said anything, but there you go, guys. There's a little bit more than my review of Where Your Heart Belongs, but Where Your Heart Belongs is a subpar film, but I'm giving it an extra bump because it's not a Christmas film, and I actually felt like a weight had been lifted off of me with the Christmas binge. But Where Your Heart Belongs is going to get a B- from me. A very, very high 3.5... a very, very low 3.5 stars. So, a B- from me. Next week, The Wedding Veil. This is the first one in the trilogy. And then in February 12th and February 19th, we do have The Wedding Veil Unveiled and The Wedding Veil Legacy. One film, the first film, focuses on Lacey Chabert, and then it also stars Autumn Reeser and Alison Sweeney. The second film, Unveiled, is with Autumn Reeser, which also co-stars in just appearances by Lacey Chabert and Alison Sweeney, but also has The Wedding Veil Legacy. Alison Sweeney is the lead star of that one with Victor Webster, also starring Lacey Chabert and Autumn Reeser. So this is going to be a very interesting year for the Hallmark Channel. If they keep on doing this, great. I'm hoping that Butlers in Love really surprises me. I'm looking forward to The Perfect Pairing with Nazneen Contractor and Brennan Elliott. Of course, I'm looking forward to all these films, but not all of them are going to be winners. The Wedding Veil is probably going to be better. I'm expecting all of these other films in the Hallmark Channel lineup. I'm hoping North to Home is just as good, but there you go, everybody. There is that. There is no ranking. There is no rating yet. I will probably go into the rating during the Wedding Veil review next Monday. Maybe even next Sunday if I get a chance before I go to work or after work. It just depends. And for all of you Steelers fans, today when I'm recording this and uploading this, this is the last home game for Big Ben, for Ben Roethlisberger. It's going to be bittersweet. He gave a lot to our team. God bless you, man. I'm going to miss seeing you play at Heinz Field. I never got to see you play live, which is fine. I mean, the tickets are super expensive, so it's okay. But I'm looking forward to seeing what you do tonight against the Cleveland Browns, and then next week, if we get into the playoffs, we are currently in the hunt. We got to beat the Browns tonight, and we may actually have a chance. But there you go, everybody. There is my review of Where Your Heart Belongs. I will see all of you Hallmark fans next time for my review of The Wedding Veil and, of course, North to Home. And I will see all of you guys next time.